All right, somebody posted. I made a video about do you tip your bud tender or something. Guys, my face on somebody else's thumbnail. Let's go. I'm chubbing. All right. Is it loud? Too loud?
The channel where we learn everything about your favorite plant. We cover cannabis science, cannabis news, strain histories, growing videos, and more. So if that sounds like something you're into, maybe just slip over there to that subscribe button. Today I want to talk about a video that I just watched from a fellow content creator in the cannabis community. You probably already know Cewpins. I just saw this in my YouTube analytics on a tab called Content Your Audience Watches. It was called Do You Tip Your Bud Tender?
Wait. Whoa, I'm 3 out of 5 here. You boy. I'm 3 out of 5. Content your audience. Well, I'm 3 out of 5, dude. And you got a dope as usual podcast and a Pine Park with Eric and Tim. Let's fucking go, dudes. Yeah.
So it seemed interesting, so I clicked it and I watched it. But now that I've seen the video, it is not what I expected at all. And since me and Cewpins share a lot of the same audience, I figured I would discuss it here. Because honestly, I sort of straight up disagree with most of what's in this. But we'll get to that in just a second. Plus, I even have a special bonus tip for you. Everybody watching is going to get some free gummies. So stay.
It's about to be some Delta 8. All right.
And let me just start off by saying that I don't really know this person's content. I'm sure Cewpins is a great guy, but this video just...
See, 3 out of 5 videos though, dog. Your audience basically anyway
seems wild to me, and I don't mean any hate with this video at all. Much love to you, Cewpins. I hope you continue to have great success on your channel, and I'm sure you will. But I just figured since we both share the same audience and we both have sort of a different opinion on tipping our bud tenders, that this would be a good thing to cover. I just really want to sort of further this
I've been a bud tender.
So in this video, he gives an overview of what he thinks about tipping bud tenders, and he basically says that he thinks you shouldn't have to.
Bro, I'm supposed to pay everybody and not their employer? It just seems... That was me making a generalization on tipping in general. That wasn't tipping bud tenders. This was me... This is... Bro, out of context. Easily out of context. I was making a generalization on tipping at this point for like restaurants and... Bro, restaurants pay people $2 an hour. You're like, hey, how much does a job pay? And they're like, literally the least we can pay, the lowest amount we could possibly pay you, $2.17 or some shit. That's what you're gonna get. And people get those jobs, bro. That's a real thing, bro. Oh, you gotta get tips, bro. You gotta get tips, bro. No, I gotta... Now, if you're having a bad day, you make less money. That's because you're gonna give service. Anyway, tipping in general is so dumb. Like if that's somebody's income, tipping in general is so dumb. Like make your money, maybe tips for additional service can be a thing, right? Weird to tip, right?
Because he thinks they make enough money.
There's no bud tender out there getting $2 an hour. If you work at a shop, you're getting at least minimum wage. That's a fact, right? That's not me saying they make enough money. Wait, what'd he say? It just seems weird to tip, right?
Because he thinks they make enough money.
Nah, I never said that. I never said that. I never said that part. Those words didn't come out of my mouth. There's no bud tender out there getting $2 an hour. If you work at a shop, you're getting at least minimum wage. You're getting at least minimum wage.
But then he seems to
Guys, at least minimum wage is not enough money, bro. They're paying you the literal least amount of money that they can legally pay you. If they were legally allowed to pay you less, they would. Like, that's not enough money. That's just, bro. They're giving you legally the lowest amount of money that the government will, bro. Like, sorry, we literally can't let you pay people less. It's just, bro, it's bad. That's not enough money. Anyway, did you watch the video? My guy, did you watch it? Did you watch it?
Completely contradict himself, and I just can't understand it. So this is the video right here. It's called "Do."
How could you not understand it? It was so easy to understand, bro. I laid out a generalization on tipping, and then I relate it to a different subset of tipping.
do you tip your bud tender? And I'll leave a link to this video and to Cewpins' channel in the description. First off, because I think you should watch the whole video. We're not going to see the whole thing here. But also because I'm imagining that if you like my content, you'll also like his content too. He has lots of subscribers, lots of videos. So make sure you go check out that link and give him a subscribe. I'm just kidding. But let's check it.
No, hey, but I said it earlier on YouTube, guys. Nobody, don't shit on anybody. I'm not really offended. I'm just gonna make this as funny as I can. We're good. There's nothing he's gonna say that's gonna offend me. I'm gonna back up anything that I need to, but don't take this as an opportunity to, oh, let me go leave a shitty comment or something. Just, we're good, bro. No, people can't hurt my feelings. We're good.
Out this video and see what he has to say.
Do you normally tip your bud tender? If so, how much do you normally tip? Do you go by a percentage? Do you have a system in place for how much you give, or do you just not leave a tip at all? Tipping has always been a wild thing to me. Like when you learn that there's restaurants out there that just pay people like $2 an hour and they hope that the customers are gonna make up the rest of it. It seems wild, right? You clock in for an 8-hour shift at a restaurant and you leave with not even $20 from your employer. Bro, I'm supposed to pay everybody and not their employer?
So he starts off by saying that it's weird to have to tip. So I agree with that. It is weird to have to tip. And it is really fucked up that some places only pay their employees a few dollars an hour. I agree on that too.
Well, for me, I mostly shop at medical dispensaries.
So you do understand.
It just seems weird to tip, right? I go in and I get my medicine and I leave you a tip. Do you tip your pharmacist?
That's weird.
Tip any other place where you're getting medical
Bro, people are going and getting, not for me, but some people, they fucking need that, bro. They need it way more than I do. It's like the relief that they can get for all day stuff. So there's different levels. But like, it's medicine and everybody needs medicine, so bada boom.
Treatment, do you tip at I don't know. It seems weird. I do it. I tip every time. But it seems weird, especially at a medical dispensary.
So now he's comparing this to tipping for medical services. And he's like, well, would you tip your doctor? And no, I wouldn't tip my doctor. But my doctor
include the tip in the bill.
Way more money than my bud tender by like a whole lot.
But for the
that's because if your bud tender could write up your total, they would bake in the tip for themselves. That's what the doctor gets to do, bro.
Most part, and in most shops, they allow you to tip and they encourage you to tip. They have a jar, they have a community jar. So for the most part, it's kind of expected, or it's kind of nice to do for your bud tender.
I really agree with this guy.
It's by no means required.
So he thinks it's kind of expected and also kind of nice to do for your bud tender, but says that it isn't required at all. And of course, it's not required at all. I guess I can agree on that too.
I usually tip a few dollars. $5 seems fine. My transactions are really less than 10 minutes. I'm supposed to give you $30 for 7 minutes of your time? No, that's wild.
And I think this is an interesting point too, because 7 minutes for the transaction doesn't seem like very long. Maybe it would take longer if you weren't getting good service. I don't know. But hold on, let's keep watching.
If everybody was tipping as much as me.
Real quick, because I don't think I outlined this in the video. Here's me at the dispensary. Yeah, do you like sativa or indica? I'm like, all right, do you have any deals? They're like, yeah, but do you like sativa? No. What are the deals though? Like, what do we got? Is a certain flower on sale or whatever? I'm trying to get flower today, so what do we got? I usually know beforehand, but sometimes I don't, so I ask about that. I don't care about sativa or indica. I don't care about percentages. I literally just say, if I'm getting an ounce, I'm like, and they're like, hey, we have 4 strains. I'll say, just give me 2 of each. I'm not like, what do you have? Tell me all about it. They'll start telling you what they have just by default and try to tell you about it. I'm like, no. Like, how many options? I'll mix it up, or if they maybe mention something like, I'll get it. But usually I try to make it as quick as I can. I'm as like easy. I'll say whatever. I'll say grab whatever's closest to your hand a lot of the time. I'll literally say grab anything or grab whatever's your favorite, because I don't care. Like, I can't smell it. I can't do anything before I go. So like for me, it doesn't, I just literally grab whatever. It could be amazing, or it could be like doo-doo to your mids, and I'll find that out later when I bust the seal on it at home. I try to make it as quick as I can, but sometimes my transactions are like 7 minutes, because they're like, all right, I got to go check the back, and they like go behind a door, and like 5 minutes later they come out with like 2 things of rosin, like, this is all we got. And I'm like, how is this place put together, bro? Like, sometimes my transactions take so long because it just seems like they have set up. Anyway, here we are.
bud tenders would be making $30-$40 an hour. But most people aren't tipping. I've worked as a bud tender. Most people just aren't tipping.
Okay, so bud tenders would make $30 an hour if everyone tipped. But is that a terrible thing?
Front
and also,
tips.
I thought it was interesting that he said that most people don't tip, because I felt like most people probably do tip. I actually reached out and asked my community on a poll. Question for the homies who go to the dispo: do you tip your bud tender? And this only has 72 votes right now, but 58% of people say yes, I tip. So about a 60-40 split seems like most people, at least that I polled, do tip. But he does say that he does.
How many people hit that poll? 72 votes, bro. 72 people isn't a poll. All right.
But he does say that he does usually tip a few dollars, so that's a fair point. He's not saying that he doesn't tip, but he did say that most people aren't tipping, and I thought that was interesting. I don't know, do you tip your bud tender? Okay, let's keep going.
But there's different situations. There's different types of transactions, right? If you're getting
There
delivery, a lot of states have delivery. Should you tip your delivery driver? I mean, I think so in some cases. They drove to your house. Maybe they had to do something a little out of the ordinary.
They're using their car.
Maybe your house isn't easy to find and they had to do a little bit
I
of
can
extra looking
sympathize
to get to
on
you.
deliveries,
I
bro.
usually tip a few dollars each time I go. $3, $4, whatever my
I don't get
change
delivery
is.
that
If
often.
it's not a lot, I'll add a few dollars into it.
That seems a little weird to me too. Only tipping delivery drivers in some cases that are out of the ordinary?
I didn't say only. Did I say tip more? Did I say only tip or tip more? I think tip more. I've done the craziest deliveries, and by the time you get to the person's door, I was like, sorry, it took me so long to get here. And like, oh, no worries. Everybody has that much trouble. I'm literally used to this all the time because I know I live in a really spot and it's almost impossible to get here. But I tipped you $2. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. It seems like
you should tip more. You should have to tip more.
Would be even more common, even if it's not an out of the ordinary circumstance. But still, he's saying he's tipping $3 or $4.
Can't people get medications delivered? You can get some medications in the mail, like, I don't know.
Dollars, whatever his change is, if it's not a lot.
I got so used to tipping, and then I went to try a new store. At the end of the transaction, I had like a few dollars left over, and I'm like, where's your tip jar? How do I leave a tip? And the two bud tenders looked at each other like I was crazy. They're like,
So I've never heard of that. Shops that don't allow tipping, but he was talking about shopping in Colorado Springs, and I'm usually shopping in Denver. And he also...
You're in Denver and you haven't been to a medical shop that doesn't allow tipping? How many shops have you been to?
says he lives in Florida, so maybe things are just different. But it is funny if the
This guy got my whole backstory.
Like they didn't even know what a tip was.
So really, if I could push a button and just get rid of tipping, like I probably would, because it's so dumb.
Okay, hold up. He just said if he could push a button to remove tipping, that he would. But there is a tip button right here under his videos that he could.
Fuck! He got me, boys! He got me! In fucking the 4K, bro! Oh! Oh, shit! Yo! Oh my god! Well, I wouldn't want that button to go away if I hit the tip button. I want that. I'll make. Well, look, when I hit the button and tipping goes away, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. They put a second button on my YouTube channel where you can donate there. A second one. All right, I get rid of tipping for every like waitresses and fucking food places and dispensaries. And bro, I get a second tip button on my YouTube video. It's genius. It's genius, bro. Oh, I just gotta, bro. We gotta, bro. OJ, did he do it? Like right up here, like he's gonna finish that one next, bro. Did he do it, bro? In the 4K. Bro. I don't know if anybody's tipped on a YouTube comment like that. Like I know that the button is there. I could hit a button and make that one go away. I'm pretty sure I could. But nobody uses it, bro. It doesn't matter. I got a lot of subscribers. Is this guy's channel monetized? Does he not have the button? Is this shade being thrown because of that? I don't see a join button. Yo, this is the monetization shade, guys. Look, his channel isn't. Look, Bro, his channel isn't monetized. He can't have a tip button there. He literally can't have a tip button there if he wanted to. I think he wants to. You know, I think he wants to. I don't think he doesn't want to, but he can't have a tip button there. I'm just letting you know. And I'm posting one wrong video away from not having a tip button too. So I know it's a slippery slope. And I said posting one wrong video. I could have already posted it. We don't know. They'll get shit 4 or 5, 10 years later. They're like, sorry, bro, I don't like it now. Bitch. Look. So basically, guys, this is a plug on my YouTube videos. When you're watching them, you can actually put a super thanks. It'll, anyway, I'll spend it on weed. Don't worry, I'll tip my bud tender with it a little bit. But this video is 17 minutes. I'm not even 7 in. I did say I was going to try to make this as funny as I could, so let's keep going. Look, there's no shade being thrown. I don't care. Look, I'm making jokes, but they're good jokes. He probably would have a tip button, but look, I saw no join button, so that means you can't have a tip button, because you'd probably have a join button if you could. Why not? I didn't see an ad when I opened the video.
Literally take away with the click of a button. Show support with super thanks.
I could do it. I said it. I could take it away with the click of a button. I could do it. I mean, I'm not going to do it for me. If I could do it for everybody else, then more people would do mine, because there would be no other place to tip. People are like, if I fucking love tipping, where am I going to go? My YouTube video, this one specifically. No, go to my most recent one. Anyway.
So it's cool for YouTubers to get tips, but
yeah,
you shouldn't have to tip your bud tender and your waiter? I don't understand that one.
When did I say that? The restaurant should pay the waiter like $20 an hour. They shouldn't pay you $2 an hour to deliver hundreds of dollars of food like every 10 minutes. Like, what are we doing? What is this? Bro, they're straight scamming you, bro. Oh, they gotta pay the manager 60 grand to walk around and go, did you like your food tonight? Okay, bro, get out of here.
I looked it up. The tipping wage, the federal minimum tipping wage, is $2.13 an hour. There's people out there getting $2 an hour. There's no bud tender out there getting $2 an hour.
They're
if you
not.
work at a shop, you're
getting at least minimum wage.
Most places pay a little bit more, but you're getting at least minimum wage.
Is he just
So I
reaffirming?
guess since bud tenders do make more than minimum wage,
Bro, minimum wage is not enough money.
and they're not just making $2 an hour, that should be fine, right?
So overall, I think you shouldn't have to tip, but you're gonna get like weird looks if you don't at some places, or they're gonna remember you as the guy that never tips because they're so used to everybody
Some
else
people are
tipping.
like,
Hold up, he just said that you don't have to tip, but if you don't, they're going to give you dirty looks because they remember you as
Some
the guy
places-
that never tips, and everyone else.
I worked at a dispensary. I know which gonna come in and never tip me, bro. The dudes that are gonna come in with a pocket full of change and go, what can I get for $3.85? He's not leaving a tip. You can't get a lot for $3.85, but at this one place that I worked at, bro, sometimes it was so cheap you'd leave with like 2-3 grams some days. I'd be like, I don't know how this dude just got an eighth and he didn't even have $5, but I made it work, bro. No tip, bro. No tip.
Always tips. But didn't he just say earlier that nobody really tips?
Most people aren't tipping. I've worked as a bud tender. Most people just
Yeah,
aren't
in
tipping.
my experience.
So,
Maybe they didn't tip me. I don't know. Look, am I not tip worthy, chat? Did I just learn I'm not tip worthy? People don't want to leave me the tip. Finally, Q, you have someone to do YouTube unboxing against. We've been waiting, bro. Oh God. Look, I don't need to wreck anybody, but bro, I got sea-level lungs, bro. His mountain cardio would wreck me, dude. I gotta go do some mountain training. Dog. Bro, I'm at sea level. I'm at a disadvantage.
Which one is it?
If somebody had to go above and beyond, if they had to go look for stuff and find things for me and do a bit more work than average, I usually give them a little bit more.
Okay, so that's cool because I do the same thing. If a bud tender has to go above and beyond and do something extra, like go in the back and look around forever for something specific for me, that's an automatic extra tip every time. Like a automatic.
What if you don't have extra
tip.
cash?
That makes a lot of sense, and we both agree on that. But the next part of this video, he says he has some sneaky little tricks to maximize your tips. And this is the part of
They're so sneaky, guys. I worked as a bud tender and did not think about this, bro. The people that I worked with I'm like, but you're not trying to fill the, bro, it's a community. You're not trying to fill this bitch up. You're handing out whole $5 bills to people. They're never gonna put them in.
that makes the least amount of
tipping's
sense.
bad.
When I was watching this, I was like, how do you not see the contradiction in this? This just seems really obvious
How is this a contradiction?
to me, and he seems to sort of contradict everything else in the video. Let's watch.
But here are some sneaky little tricks that I used as a bud tender to get way more tips. And I have to say, it was my first job ever where they allowed tips. Most places that I worked before, I worked at a dispo. First day getting tips, I was like, how do I maximize, bro? How do I get more tips? This is like a good portion of my income. How do I maximize? So here's some sneaky tricks that I use to get way more tips.
All right.
Anyway, speaking of sneaky stuff.
This part is interesting for two reasons. First, because he said he actually used to work as a bud tender.
This is true. And these guys, these tips that I give out, if he plays them, rock solid. If you work at like, you do like the food pickup, if you're handing anybody any cash and you got a tip jar nearby, I need you to lock in on these.
And second, because he said that it was a good portion of his income, and he wanted to figure out, how do I maximize these tips?
They didn't pay enough. It was minimum wage, bro.
Your income, and you're having to figure out how to maximize your tips. Don't you see where that sort of goes against everything else you've been saying? Like the bud tender's salary that they already make just being enough? Apparently it wasn't even enough for you.
When did I say that? You can't just make up a whole thing I didn't say, and this is your only argument. Anyway, you remember in this video when he said a blue is actually not blue? Yeah, I just can't agree with him, bro. He said blue wasn't blue. Oh, he never said that though. All right.
When you were a bud tender, because you were like, this is a good portion of my income and I need to figure out how to
pay me minimum wage.
This. And even though I've never worked as a bud tender, I have worked in the cannabis industry for like 6 years, and I know a lot of people who are bud tenders. And I feel like for a lot of the people that I know who work as a bud tender, this is sort of the same deal they're in. A lot of the time their tips make up a large portion of their income, and they're always trying to do anything they can to maximize their tips. And this is another question I asked.
Bro, show them my video. They're banger tips, bro. They work. Show them my video. Just show them the M part, you know.
My community, this time on Discord. I have a question for anyone that works or has previously worked as a bud tender. How important were tips to your overall monthly salary? Did it make a difference? And I got some replies that were sort of exactly what I expected.
Yo,
the homie Stanton High says, yo, I get between $400 and $800 in tips a month. It has become a critical part of my income since everything has gotten absurdly expensive. I don't like depending on it, but it is what it is. And Stanton, that sucks, homie. I'm sorry to hear that, but thank you for sharing with us. And this isn't the first time that I've heard this. This seems to be the case with most of the people I know who've worked.
Okay,
Stanton, that sucks, homie. I'm sorry to hear that, but thank you for sharing.
Bro, they should pay him more.
This isn't the first time that I've heard this. This seems to be the case with most of the people I know who've worked as a bud tender. And I know a lot of people who are completely leaving the cannabis industry altogether just so they can go somewhere else where they can make more money. Enough money to actually pay for rent.
Because everybody wants to work at a dispo, they can pay minimum wage.
Bud tenders that you like so much and that make your experiences really easy and allow you to get in and out in only 7 minutes, they're all quitting the industry.
No, they're staying. It's taking 7 minutes because they're taking way too long. It should be a 2 or 3 minute transaction most of the time. Like, yeah, just grab the stuff and then we're good. And they got to go in the back. You keep your rosin in a vault in the back. What is this?
And a lot of times they have to just so they can like rent a place of their own or afford their car note or whatever it might be. And then all you have left are people who are brand new to the industry, who are willing to sacrifice living with 5 or 6 roommates in order for them to have what they thought was their dream job, until they eventually also get tired of it and quit. But all of these brand new employees to the cannabis industry aren't those really, really good bud tenders that you love and that make your experiences so easy. And it sucks when people really want to do something. In a lot of cases, people will move states and all kinds of stuff to work in this industry just to find out like, hey, this sort of sucks because I can't get paid. Some of the people that I have enjoyed working with the most in the cannabis industry
play my
don't even
tips.
work in the cannabis industry no more. And that sucks. And he
Because they
does
pay
give a few
minimum
pointers
wage.
in his video about how if you are a bud tender, that maybe you can maximize your tips. Because even
Because they pay, God, minimum wage is not enough money. If you work at a place they pay you minimum wage, they would pay you less if they could. If they came out and they're like, hey, the government said we could pay $2 less per hour, you're getting a pay cut in most cases. Like it literally would happen.
Cewpins admits that was a large portion of his income and he was always trying to maximize them. So you can see all of those tips he gives when you watch his full video. It's things like giving small
play the
change.
tips.
Like people are more likely to give you 5 ones than a $5 bill. Or they're more likely
No, they're not gonna give you all
dimes
5. They're gonna give you like 3 of the ones. Maybe keep 2 for themselves so they feel like they gotta win, bro. They're not gonna give you all 5 ones. They might. Some people fucking hate ones, bro. I feel like I'm getting misquoted a lot.
dimes instead of quarters, so give people change that's small or inconvenient that they don't want. He basically
show the way, bro. Show me doing it. It's better when I say it, bro. Show me doing it. Show when I do it, bro. Wait till you hear me do it, guys.
says that inconveniencing people will get you more tips than doing really great service.
It really will.
For me, I always tip my bud tender every time, no matter what. Just like I'm going out to eat at a restaurant. I figure if I have money to go eat at a restaurant, then I have money to leave my server a tip. And I'm pretty much the same.
No, you have to tip your server because they pay them $2 an hour. You have to. That's why you tip. If you're in a restaurant and you get service from somebody like a waitress and you don't leave a tip, even if it was shitty service, you're a dickhole. Even if you got shit service, you're a dickhole because they only pay them $2 an hour. So if you don't make up the other few bucks they would get to equate to minimum wage or some shit, you're a dickhole, even if it was bad service. Oh, they didn't fill up your water. Oh, they forgot something. Oh, they brought out some food they didn't cook you didn't like. Who gives a fuck? If you don't tip, you're the whole of a dick.
Way when I'm going to the dispo, my tip is already in my head when I'm sort of calculating how much money I'm going to spend. Like if it came down to me being able
at the
to
dispo, they're not getting paid $2 an hour. That's the difference.
buy 2 things today, but not being able to leave a tip versus buying 1 product and being able to leave a good tip, I'm going to buy the...
He's about to say he's not going to get the second thing and leave a good tip. This is a super made up example story that'll never happen to you, bro. Oh, I accidentally only showed up with $40 and I can't... Bro, this is a... Look what I... Bro, if I saw an old lady that needed to get helped across the street, I totally would help her. I would drop... Bro, anybody would, but if you show up to the dispensary and you don't have enough money, like, bro, you f***ed up. Like, they have an ATM in there. Just go get the money out. You're not going to be like, oh, I can only get 1/8 or 2, but if I get 1 I can leave a tip, but if I get 2 I can't leave a tip. What am I gonna do? Oh no, I'm getting 2/8 and like, bruh, I'll get you next time if I see you and I'll double get you, but like I'm getting 2/8, bro. Like I'm trying to get some. I'm not leaving with 1 thing if I have enough money for 2. Like, bro, like this is when I'll exercise my right to not tip. I usually tip every time, but this is when I will exercise my right to not tip, and I'll get you next time. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. It's a totally made up example that nobody's ever going to be. You know what? You're not just bumbling into the dispensary, not knowing that you have cash. You know that you have cash in there because you've shopped there 100 times and they only take cash, bro. Like, did you make up a whole... All right. I'm gonna run it back.
Calculating how much money I'm gonna spend. Like if it came down to me being able to buy 2 things today, but not being able to leave a tip versus buying 1 product and being able to leave a good tip, I'm gonna buy the 1 product and leave a good tip every single time. And
every single time. How often are you doing this, bro? You just casually walking into the dispensary with not enough money to buy 2 things barely? Bro. Guys, if I'm ever in a situation where I can only buy 2 things at the dispensary or help 2 old ladies cross the street, I'm gonna help the 2 old ladies cross the street every time, bro. They need help. They're old ladies. What are you, just a dick? You hate old ladies? You're an old lady hater. Did you hear him when he said he was an old lady hater?
Like there's a bunch of reasons for this. First off, like I was saying, I have a lot of friends who work in the cannabis industry who have quit to go somewhere that pays better. I hate that.
Good.
They love the cannabis industry and they wanted to work in it for a lot longer than they did. But
So give up the cashier job and learn how to do something for real, bro. The bud tender job is not as crazy as it needs. They make it harder than it should be. They turn into like car salesmen and it's like, just grab the weed, bro. I'm trying to get out of here.
they just couldn't afford their bills with that paycheck, so they left. Not because they wanted to, but because the industry just didn't pay enough. It might be more than minimum wage, but it doesn't match cost of living at all. And they're helping me get something that I love, you know what I mean? Like, this is just so dope to me that I can just go to a store and get whatever I want or need.
I bet this guy loves this microphone he's using. It's a nice one. It looks nice. I don't think he tipped the person he bought it from.
Because like a lot of us, I've had to put myself in life-threatening situations multiple times just to re-up. And I really like not having to do stupid shit like that anymore. I really enjoy being able to go to the store and have these people who are passionate about what they do help me get the stuff I'm passionate about consuming. Plus, it's like they're hooking you up with the bud, yo. Like, this is a spread the love kind of thing. Goodbye.
This... I don't know for a fact, but I can guarantee you when this guy was talking about being in illegal situations and bro, I've been in illegal situations. I almost died for the weed, bro. He wasn't tipping his plug, bro. He wasn't tipping his plug. He met at the Kmart parking lot at 2 a.m., bro. He didn't tip that guy. Bro, here's how you make a react video if anybody needs a tip. Take things out of context, make up stuff, just make up words I never said, and then say I said them, and then argue against the things you made up, bro. You'll win every time, bro. And if you can ever create like a situation to make yourself look good, do it. Like, make up a totally made up if I could push a button to stop a meteor from hitting an old folks home, I would do it, and you wouldn't. Like, bro, hit him with that. All right, let's go.
Vibes, good energy. I feel like it's just spreading the love. What goes around comes around. Plus, honestly, there's even a selfish reason involved too. Because when I tip, it makes me feel good. It doesn't just make them feel good, it makes me feel good too. So, and even though I'm not a bud tender, I still know how awesome it feels to get tips. I'll get tips on my Medicated Mondays live streams, and it's not only a really huge help to everything I do on.
This video is going to be 2 more minutes of him plugging stuff. He's plugging where you can tip him, guys. Look, he plugged my channel. We got to let him get his plug through. Don't go there and talk shit, obviously. I already said it, but if you're just tuning in now, you don't need to talk shit. I'm not the least bit offended. Let's look at some glass here. This is some cool stuff here. I am not going to lie. This is a cool ass piece, bro. I'll fight you for it. Bro, YouTuber boxing. We'll each put up our headiest piece. Whoever wins gets them both. No, I'm just kidding. YouTuber kickboxing. I got long legs. I'll kick you from like a week ago. You won't even see it coming. We got 2 of the mics?
The channel. It also really shows me just that people appreciate what I'm doing, and that makes me feel great about what I do. It like feels so good that someone's willing to like...
Chad, it feels so good when you tip me. Bro. That felt so good.
Some of their hard-earned money just like as a thank you. It's like, aw, buddy, I appreciate that. That's a huge help. You're making my life better. It feels amazing. And it doesn't...
Bro, when when he caught me in 4K with the I could push a button and get rid of tips, and he showed my tip button, I literally do not know how I'm gonna recover from that, bro. Because I could literally hit a button and get rid of that tip button easily, bro. I could hit a button and get rid. You could never tip me again. I could hit a button. I'm not gonna do it, bro. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, bro. You caught me in 4K, bro. How am I gonna recover?
It doesn't take a lot to do it. Like anything will give you that feeling. And why wouldn't I want to give that feeling to someone else if I could? And even potentially help them live a happier and more fulfilling life.
Where's my tip,
and
guy?
all it takes is a little bit of money. Why shouldn't we all do that?
Where's my little bit of money?
Worth it. I try to
What's
tip
up?
nice. Not because I feel like I have to, because I want to. It makes me feel.
But you kind of have to. Bro, these places, you kind of have to. And not every time you always want to.
Feel good. It makes them feel good. It's good for everyone, I feel like. I mean, I don't know. What's bad about it? You lost a little bit of money? It's just money. It's just...
I like how he's setting it up. He's never had bad service in his life once, bro.
It's fucking money. But to someone who's struggling to survive at their job,
money
that
I
could be
tip every
everything.
time.
Just that little bit of extra money you spend in your transaction could be everything. And it's not like you're gonna go spend your rent money, your last few dollars, on tipping the bud.
People do it.
But I'm saying when you can and when you got it, why not spread the love?
You have to tip for you. Like, you don't have to. Bro, I go into a medical marijuana dispensary. I went and saw a doctor. They're like, yeah, bro, you need this stuff. And then somebody just grabs it off the shelf and puts it in a bag for me. And like, they have a tip jar out. Yeah, that's what we got here. Every dispensary, you go in to pick up your medical stuff, and they just grab, they make it inconvenient, so it takes them a long time to grab, and they just grab it. Some people go in and they need a song and dance when they buy weed. I'm not gonna lie. Some people, they need the, wait, is it a sativa? What percent? Is it gonna make me giggly, do you think? Is it? Have you had it before? Some people need the song and dance. They should have to tip. If you want the song and dance, you should have to tip. I'm like, just give me, just get it. Just grab it and give it to me. Just grab it and give it to me, bro. But some people want the song and dance. I feel like that's why it's there. Because of this, they set up the song and the dance, bro. Just tell me what the fucking mids are.
Why not spread the love? I don't know. Do you agree? Do you
It's crazy
disagree?
out here, bro.
If you're a bud tender,
Everybody wants
much
to tip.
love to you. I really
They pay you
appreciate
$2 an hour.
coming to work. Usually, you know, like on holidays
Shout out
and
to
all
bud
kinds of shit,
tenders,
because the dispensary
government.
hardly
What
never
is this?
closes. Thanks for your help. I hope you get a lot of tips, and I hope you
Do I
can
have to watch
live
it at
on
the
the
end?
money they pay you. And I want to know how everybody feels
Is that
about this. So
respectful?
let me know what you think in the comments about tipping your bud tender, or how much you tip, or what scenarios you.
Let me know what you think in the comments about taking my shit out of context. And I'm gonna not watch. We'll watch
And then we
it.
can go
It's
hit
like
this
20 seconds
government
left.
grown. Have you heard about this? The
He's
G13.
plugging another
You heard
video.
the legends of the government
I never.
growing some crazy
I never heard the
weed,
legends.
genetically modifying a government strain. We're really smoking a government.
He had a plug earlier for THCO, and that literally like developed as a chemical weapon. Like, I don't know,
Government
bro.
strain? Is that what G13 is? That's what this video is all about. You should click it and watch it. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching this. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.
G13, bro. It might have been government grown. I mean, the government didn't grow the one you got. All right, no hate to that guy. Not a bad video. We had like, what was it? Like Animal Crossing music the whole time? Got me with the animals? He seemed like a good dude. I'm pretty sure I've seen a video or two of his before. Maybe the dreads look different, because I remember some red dreads. And he had red dreads, right? Yeah, Red Dread Redemption. Oh! Look. Not a bad video, except the part where it was bad. And he took my context. And made up a whole storyline for me about bud tenders get paid enough. Just because I said I don't think they should get $30 an hour, because that seems like a lot. Maybe like 18, maybe 20, but 30? Bro, you just grabbed the weed. Bruh, tipping culture is out of hand. They pay waitresses $2 an hour. Like, hey, you want to work at Chili's? How does $2 an hour sound? You clock in for an 8-hour shift? We'll give you $16. We got you. $16 $16 for 8 hours. Are you ready? Oh, no worries. They might give you money. Who knows? Who knows? Bro, I don't know.